What's up, everybody? It's August 30th. I am headed out to Fox TV station, to one of the transmitter towers. I'm sure you all know this television station, Fox. That's where the football games are played on. We have a preseason Saints game starting in about an hour, about 30 minutes. And the air conditioners are out here at the transmitter, and I do all Fox's work here for the Central Louisiana area. So with these air conditioners out, this transmitter, if it gets too hot, people will not be able to watch the football game. So I'm headed out to the transmitter to see if I can get them up and running today. Hopefully I can. If I can at least get one running, there's two 5-tons on it. One of them is really old. It's an old York my dad put in many years ago. The other one is a Goodman that I put in, and they're both down. They're 460 volt 3-phase split systems. The air handlers are single phase, but the condensing units are 3-phase 460 volt. So hopefully I can at least get one of these up and running. The way they're talking, it's like the Goodman is just maybe low on gas, which that's not a surprise. And it sounds like the York, it could be a few things with the York, and it sounds like it may have a dead compressor the way they're talking. And they said that if that's the case, since it's so old, we're just going to go ahead and replace the system. But they said if I could at least get one running today, at least get the Goodman up and running, that would allow them, they could just power down, they could power down the transmitter and people would still be able to watch the football game. So people in Central Louisiana, whether you watch the Saints game today or not, I guess it's in my hands. So we're going to get out here and see if we can, at least get one of them up and running, and hopefully maybe both of them running.
Okay guys, we're looking at our York air handler here. There's the door. We got it back up and running. We got a burnt low voltage fuse. Let me see if I can find the old one. I probably won't be able to find it. I probably chunked it. Yeah, I must have chunked it. Over there you'll see Goodman air. Well, you can't really see it. There's Goodman air handler, and you'll see that disconnect box right there. The disconnect was turned off to the Goodman, and that's why the Goodman wouldn't come on. So not really a whole lot. The air handler is actually in really good shape compared to what I remember. I mean, if you look, there's no rust or nothing. Not even no rust in the auxiliary fan. No heat strips because they don't use heat. This is a tower. This thing runs in cooling mode non-stop 24/7. So we got it back up and running. We got the Goodman up and running. So football fans, you'll be able to watch your football game. All right, guys, it's a little loud in here, but there's our two air handlers. Two of those supplies are for one 5-ton, and these two supplies are for the other 5-ton. They're all tied in. Both units are tied into that same plenum. It works really well. Here's a transmitter. Here's some of the other stuff that it cools. All that TV equipment over there. Try to get y'all some light. All this. All right, guys, we got the Goodman up and running, or the Amana. Same difference. The blower for the York came on, but the condenser didn't. And the reason is because we have two burnt fuses. The middle one and the one to the right is burnt. So he had 2 of them. I do carry these fuses on the truck, but I'm out of the long ones. All I have is the short ones, but thank God he had 2 left. I'm gonna go get my fuse puller and install them. All right, guys, after changing the fuses, the old Yark is back up and running. We got a third unit we gotta see about. Okay, guys, here's our third system that's on this place. This is a 4-ton Goodman air handler. This one is used mainly like when it gets really, really hot outside, they'll throw this one on with it, with the other 2. As long as it stays below 100 degrees, the 2 5-tons over there can usually keep up, but on a day to when it gets over 100, they have to throw this one on too. Now, my dad put all these systems in here except for this Goodman air handler. This Goodman air handler is hooked on a Yark condenser that my dad put in, and there used to be a Yark air handler here. Something happened, and I think they called and they called us and said that the little system out here was freezing up, or it wasn't cooling, or something like that. And we were so busy we couldn't get to them. It was just absolutely impossible. So they said, well, we're going to have to call somebody else this one time. And we said, hey, you know, it'll be 2 days before we can get to you, but if you got to do what you got to do, we completely understand. They said, no, we can't wait that long, because over here, when a piece of equipment dies, they don't ask prices, they just tell you to replace. So they had another company come out here and replace this air handler, and as you can see, they did a really shabby job. I mean, you know, look at the tape and this, and I mean, it's horrible. But they'll never use that company again because they're not happy with the install or anything. Well, this unit is down too because they tried to kick it on and it wouldn't kick on either. They had a power surge here. They got 2 burnt computers, and all 3 air conditioners were out. So we're gonna open this one up and see what's wrong. All right, guys, I definitely know this wasn't us that put in the air handler, you know, because first of all, there's heat strips in here. Every time that we install something over here, we are instructed not to buy heat strips and not install them by Fox, because it is a waste of their money. They don't need to purchase them, and they never use them. And you can tell these heat strips have never been used. I mean, you know, they look like they were just installed. So obviously the other company didn't listen to them, because we don't put heat strips because they don't run heat over here. But anyway, here's our problem here. I got the breakers off. We got 3 wires here. So somebody's changed out the transformer on this unit. That could have been us. And we've got some cooked wires right there. So we will remake those connections, and hopefully this unit will start. All right, guys, I redid the connection right there. Stripped the wire back, you know, cut all the burnt spots off, re-stripped it, and remade the connection, and we're in operation. I can feel refrigerant passing through the liquid line, and I can feel the suction line getting cold. So I'm going to throw the door on before it starts to freeze up. Okay, guys, here's the little Yark. It's on the other side of the building, the one that's hooked on that hacked install. Yeah, this one's a 4-ton also. Seems to be running good, pulling heat. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all on the next one.